Welcome back. We skipped a week because it was so fucking hot.
California, everyone.
Yeah, there's a heat wave going on right now.
Today's basically the last day from what I remember. Like, you can look up the weather app.
Oh, I was confused. Like, last day of what?
Yeah, if you look at the weather app, I'm pretty sure it literally, shows an actual decline on, shitty weather.
Yeah. Anyway, well, tomorrow is slightly higher, but, by 1 degree.
Yeah.
And then afterwards it goes down. Anyway, today's July 10th. Something bizarre happened this morning. Nintendo published, a 15-second video of just titled Emio, and it's just a guy wearing a paper bag, I think, with a smile on it. And all the description reads is, "Who is Emio?" in a hashtag.
By the way, Emio means smiling man in Japanese. But,
and it also has an M rating, which is rare for Nintendo games.
Oh, and some people want on Twitter, Nintendo has an actual website for it. As in, this is an actual Nintendo IP.
Yeah. A new Nintendo IP. The first time since fucking
Splatoon? No, ARMS.
Or Ring Fit Adventure, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I count that. But seemingly the next Nintendo IP might be a horror series.
A Nintendo horror series. Well, Eternal Darkness exists, but that was
yeah, but that was on the GameCube
20 years ago. Plus. But yeah, new Nintendo IP for the modern era. A Nintendo horror IP for the modern era. I meant.
Either way, just bizarre. Really cool.
And bizarre.
I've already seen people asking for Emio for Smash 6.
Yes, exactly. Oh man, he's gonna be the first newcomer reveal for Smash Brothers 60. Zips. That game is never happening.
Well, they'd have to pay Sakurai so much money for him to come back.
It's either Smash 6 happens, Ultimate gets a deluxe edition, which would be more expensive probably, or they just never make a Smash game ever again. Which I would prefer. That would be my preferred go.
Honestly, we probably don't need a Smash game for a while.
Yeah. I know it's probably inevitable, but still.
It's always been every console, once a console and stuff like that. So technically, one should come out for the Switch too, but maybe what they should do is literally just announce another wave of DLC and call it a day.
Yeah, my preferred thing is just keep updating Ultimate. But
just say in celebration of the Switch 2.
Fighters Pass 3 starring Freddy Fazbear.
We're announcing 2 new fighter passes and stuff like that.
Awesome. Starring Freddy Fazbear.
And that'd be enough to satisfy anyone who wanted a new Smash game.
Yeah.
Because realistically, 10's a decent amount for a new Smash game when it comes to characters.
Yeah. I mean, at launch, Ultimate had 11, and 5 of them were Echoes. No, 7. No. 5. Fuck. 5, yeah, because 6 of them were brand new. God, I actually have to think. Could they at least add new Echo Fighters, though? Anyway. But yeah, that was a weird thing to wake up to.
It's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
As you can see, enemies that at the beginning of the game would be counted as bosses, or at the very least mini-bosses, are now regular enemies. Because the Sergeant was once an enemy we were meant to hunt down for a mission.
Yeah. Other stuff.
Fucking Keemstar got pissed off at Hololive.
He is pissed off at everything.
Yeah, but more specifically, what happened was that Hololive had a collab with the Dodgers, which sounds weird until you remember that baseball is literally the most popular sport in Japan.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of a given for that kind of brand. And that basically blew up because, well, first of all, the image of Gargura singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" on the Jumbotron is let's be honest here, kind of hilarious actually. But also, from what I could tell, the doctors were losing that game, and after that like song, they actually like turned it around and won. So essentially, if you know anything about baseball fans, is that they're very superstitious. So people are starting to call her a good luck charm now. And along with that, the actual like baseball arena, like the people in charge of the arena, underestimated just how popular Hololive was. Because the Hololive only got one merch for tent and ended up, and people there were people waiting 7 hours for that shit.
Jeez.
Funnily enough, the one person who said he waited 7 hours did end up getting stuff, implying that for as much as people were blaming Hololive for that entire like scenario, Hololive were the ones that were actually like fairly aware of just how popular they are. It's literally the baseball arena that we're unaware of just how fucking massive Hololive is nowadays.
Yeah. Anyways, so the 4th of July happened. I jumped in a swimming pool because it was so fucking hot. Felt good.
What I can tell you about that day was I worked. And just generally, it was a fucking busy day.
I see.
It was not fun, is what I'm trying to say. So some other stuff that's happened. I'm getting a new bed for him. But that arrives tomorrow, so unfortunately it's gonna take a while.
Shrek 5 got announced yesterday.
I have no faith in it.
And the internet collectively shit themselves. I mean, on one hand, they gave us Puss in Boots 2. On the other hand, they gave us Megamind 2.
Okay, that's not actually fair to DreamWorks.
Okay, on the other hand, they gave us...
No, I'm saying that's not fair to DreamWorks is because DreamWorks weren't the ones who actually, like, the main people at DreamWorks weren't the ones in charge of that movie.
On the other hand,
it was originally like a literal pilot for a TV show, as in their TV department were the ones in charge of that. If you ever seen a DreamWorks TV show, it's not fun.
Penguins of Madagascar.
Every Kung Fu Panda spin-off that wasn't Legends of Awesomeness.
Anyway, on the other hand, there was Kung Fu Panda 4. In terms of recent examples.
I'd say Kung Fu Panda 4 is actually the biggest indicator that this might not be a good idea. But I actually blame, fucking...
Who knows?
No, they gave, I think it was, the director way too much fucking power.
Well, the guy doing the story for Shrek 5 is a guy in charge of Illumination.
Oh yeah, no, this is fucked.
We're screwed.
Illumination's only good at one thing.
Family Guy cutaway gags.
I was gonna say...
Profit.
Being mid.
I was gonna say Profit.
That too.
Despicable Me 4 came out.
Look, I like the Mario movie. That does not change the fact that I'm very much aware of just how... It's not the... It's carried essentially by references, is all I'll say.
Despicable Me 4 came out. I haven't seen it. My sister and I are debating seeing it just to see how bad it is.
I think the funniest aspect of Despicable Me 4 is that the theme song was written by Pharrell, right?
Yeah.
And instead of actually making a song about the movie, like, he made a song where he references it eventually, but for the most part you can easily tell it's a diss track towards Drake.
Oh,
because, Pharrell also has a bunch of issues with Drake right now.
Drake got nominated for the Kids' Choice Awards for, like, favorite male star.
I'm sorry to say this, but Drake shouldn't be anywhere near Kids' Choice Awards.
Yeah. Well, what do you expect? It's Nickelodeon.
Fair.
Got him. Anyway.
They didn't care about Dan the man, so... Okay, the joke here is that Dan is a creep, but unironically, Dan's probably the least problematic of that entire like troop thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like when it came to like the people who were doing weird shit at Nickelodeon, he was legitimately the least offensive because he wasn't an outright pedophile, which is a shocking bar that needed to be fucking reached.
Anyway,
he was just abusive and was willing to let his kinks into the show.
Anyways,
which is somehow less offensive than the other people who were doing shit.
God.
Again, the main one of the main pedophiles was literally given work at Disney Channel after that.
I'm well aware. Anyways,
that is, like I mentioned, that ain't to say he's defensive. Like you should defend him. Dan is very much a weird as fuck person. But seriously, what? Why the fuck did Nickelodeon allow this shit to happen for so long?
Because they like feet.
I wouldn't even be surprised.
Anyways,
Oh, I'm planning on hacking my 3DS.
Oh, about time. I hacked mine last year.
I've been putting it off because, well, first of all, I kind of forgot where my 3DS was for a bit. I found it again.
Yeah.
But also, well, I never really found the need to because I was using my Switch fairly often. But then one day I just realized, hey, yeah, certain things are just not available because the fucking eShop is gone.
Yeah.
And like, by that I mean I was reading Discord and someone said there's literally no excuse not to like hack your 3DS anymore. And I thought about it and then I realized, holy shit, they're right. There isn't an excuse. The 3DS is fucking dead.
I know. There's also no excuse to hack your Wii U, but I hacked mine before the eShop closed, and I've never got banned from online.
All I know is that I'm waiting for the fucking SD card to arrive, and it's and the modifier thing, you know, the reader.
The reader?
The one that allows me to like put it onto the computer.
So, yeah, my 3DS is hacked. My Wii U is hacked. My Wii is hacked. Come after me, Nintendo. They won't. What else has happened? We went to a movie.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did. We went to the South Park movie re-release. There were kids there for some reason.
Yeah, that was the weird part.
When there were not any kids when I saw it on the Sunday. And you know, while the movie was going, Steven just looked over me and said, you know, there's something uncanny about the way that Shut No didn't say that.
Well, what?
Because it was a sing-along, so they subtitled all the lyrics, including Kenny's part in the opening song. He was like, man, that's the first time I ever understood any of that. My thought was, you didn't just look it up?
No. Why would I?
And also, he had no idea there was a post-credit scene in the movie. Somehow.
I never bothered going to the end of the credits. I've only been like trained to wait to the end of the credits thanks to the MCU.
Yeah.
And I just kind of assume any movie before 2009 will probably not have anything past that.
Well, this one does. Ike eats a rat. Yeah, it was fun. Haven't seen the movie since. that. Oh, yeah, weird thing happened. I was at a Target, and like I was at the front, like my mom and I were checking out stuff, and then this mentally ill person comes up to the front and screams how he isn't gay to everyone, and then calls everyone the N-word, hard R even. White person, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think I need that explained to me.
Yeah. That was something. You don't see that every day.
I mean, you could. You'd have to be living in the South.
You don't see that every day here. Yeah, there. And that. Not much. Oh, I made a mistake. Someone in a Discord I'm in was like, "Hey, we're gonna be watching the Lego Ninjago movie right now," and I was like, fuck it, I'll join in. That movie is terrible.
Yeah. I've heard that.
Like,
especially if you're like a fan from the original Ninjago.
Yeah, I watched the TV show growing up, and they bastardized everyone. Like, literally everyone that is not Lloyd, Sensei Wu, or Garmadon has like their entirety of personality reduced to, oh, here's one trait and let's exaggerate to death. It was so bad. And like, I was watching with two other people and they were in agreement, yeah, this movie sucks. Damn, no wonder Lego Movie's fucking died after that. Apart from Lego Movie 2.
And Lego Movie 2 basically killed them.
And I pointed out how Ninjago came out the same year as Lego Batman. Infinitely better movie.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, I've never read, like, I don't need, like, to have that opinion validated because I'm of the opinion that the Lego Batman movie is an underrated masterpiece.
Yeah. And the sequel was cancelled.
I'll say this, though. I do remember hearing that one of the major problems like, animation fans had with the Lego Ninjago movie is that they fucked up on one aspect that people really didn't like them fucking up on.
What? Which was?
So, do you remember how one of the coolest aspects of these movies was the fact that, oh, I don't know, you just kinda...
Everything's Lego?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, then you make a movie where you throw that away because the Lego Ninjago movie had a lot of like things that weren't Lego.
Yeah, like a literal cat, which I'll admit was funny, and then some laser pointer, and then non-Lego water.
Like, I forgive the laser pointer because we already had that kind of stuff in the Lego movie.
Yeah, with the crazy glue.
Yeah, but the fact that they threw away one of the coolest aspects of the original animation of, oh, even the water is Lego, kind of tells you all you need to know about how lazy the people here were.
The movie had 6 writers. It shows. Like, I was talking to people while watching it. There are some funny moments here and there. For every funny moment, there's like 3 painful moments that make you question why this movie exists.
Money.
Yeah. The movie bombed, though.
It existed to make money. That doesn't change the fact. Just because it failed doesn't mean that's not the purpose.
Yeah. And, like, one of the other people said, like, they felt like the plot of this movie would have worked better if it was, like, a second movie. And, because it's a different universe in the show, and they had a separate origin story movie to show how they all came to be.
Yeah, that would have worked better instead of just making people assume that you need to watch the show to watch it, because that basically convinced everyone not to watch it.
Yeah, it's like...
Especially because if they threw away the original continuity, then what's the point of coming in if you're a fan of the original?
Well, you see Ninjago's on the big screen. Disappointment. And then they...
Also, they never used Spinjitzu.
I know! They stopped using it in the show, like, after season...
I know, but it is kind of another sign of just how little they cared. Because, imagine if the very, climax, like, as a way to show just how in tune they are with the fans, they bring back Spinjitzu, essentially, for this movie.
And then they don't even use their elemental powers until the last 15 minutes of the movie.
Kind of like how the Lego Batman movie just consistently went out of its way to reference the Batman comics, like with the fucking costumes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, little touches like that make people think, oh, you really care about this property.
And then, well, I lost my train. Oh, yeah. Again, they don't use their elemental powers until like 15 minutes into the movie. At the last 15 minutes of the movie, and they like rely on mechs for the remaining of it. But their mechs are destroyed in like the first 10 seconds, and nobody has any fucking character development apart from the 3 characters I fucking mentioned. I'm sorry, I have a lot of issues with this movie. I grew up with the original Ninjago show.
Didn't Lloyd already basically act like the Spotlight stealing member, like, in the original show?
Yeah.
Like,
he was just some kid, and then he became the Green Ninja. Chances they will never know the feeling of finding out who the Green Ninja is, because that was a lot of speculation back in the day, and I would come home from karate practice to find out, oh, have they revealed the fucking Green Ninja yet? But no, they haven't had to wait.
No, I was gonna point out, like, Lloyd already had a bit of a reputation for essentially taking away attention from everybody else after he became a main character.
Yeah.
Because I do remember that.
Right.
So, imagine literally having a movie meant to celebrate your entire franchise, only for it to literally only focus on Lloyd.
Yeah.
Might as well call it the Green Ninja movie.
Holy sh... I don't think I've ever gotten that worked up about something on here. Ugh. But, yeah, the movie is bad. Yeah. I've only seen the first 5 seasons of the show. And then I thought, this show's being kind of weird.
I probably would have, like, thought of that, like, the second that they made the White Ninja robot.
Oh. No, I remember watching that live. That was, like, season 1. And I was like, what the... Well, not literally, but what the fuck? He's a robot? Kids of today will never understand the feeling of finding out that Zane's a robot. Because now they emphasize it so much. And
it's literally most of his jokes in that movie.
Yeah.
Remember?
And back in the day, finding out who's a robot was like one of the biggest plot twists ever known. It was crazy. My kids will never never get the feeling of finding out who the Green Ninja was for the first time. That was like the biggest mystery early in the show's run. I should really stop. Ugh. Anyway. And then they updated the designs of the show to match the movie. For some reason.
Probably because they had the models.
Well, actually, their reasoning was for to
Brand synergy.
to appeal to any new fans that might have come in from the movie.
I don't think there's any new fans.
Exactly.
In fact, I'm pretty sure the Switch might actually turn people away.
Yeah.
Lord knows that the amount of series that I follow, that I've followed over my life, where they had a sudden change in animation, and out of nowhere, everyone started bitching about it.
I mean,
I could list a few examples.
in fairness, people say the story of that was really good, but I don't know, I haven't watched it. I'll always prefer the OG designs. Anyways, oh my god. Okay. Apart from that, my sister and I have been fucking around with this random website called the Brand Steel Hunger Games Simulator. Because I recently remembered it existed.
Is that the one where you put in your own, like, images and characters and, like...
Yeah, it's randomized. And, well, we did one round. The winner was Freddy Fazbear. But literally, like, he was one of two people left, and the other was Agent 8 from Splatoon. And my sister was like, okay, I think Agent 8's gonna win. Next thing we know, Agent 8 is dead. And she, like, died of starvation or something. The winner is Freddy Fazbear. Then Freddy died. And I took this picture to commemorate. And someone else there.
Can't believe this is a canonical way Kel dies.
Yeah. The winner of that thing was Dr. Doofenshmirtz. And we put Naruto in there as a joke. And he died by literally killing himself.
Sounds like Naruto.
Just like he does in the actual. Yeah. Very much does sound like Naruto. And apparently, and another note recently, Kevin Feige, the head of Marvel Studios, said he had to explain what paging was to some Disney staff because they did not know what it was.
That checks out.
Some did, but others didn't. Sounds like a fun meeting. And also, I discovered literal worthlessness. Overwatch for $1.
That game is dead.
Literally.
Like, it's not even available.
And even if you stick the disc in, it just updates to Overwatch 2.
Which, let's be honest here, makes it even worth less.
Yeah. Overwatch sucks.
Unironically, with some of the circles I like encounter on the internet, if you brought up Overwatch, then they'd say the porn series.
Yeah. Overwatch changed the porn industry.
Technically, that was BioShock. Because BioShock was the one that led to leaps and advancements of 3D animation for porn.
Yeah. Yeah, Game Pass is doing a price increase.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Now $20 a month. And they're doing a new tier that's $15 a month, but it does not come with the day one launch dates.
Yeah.
And people are confused.
Did they expect it to always stay this way?
I don't know. Like, the way they put it out is confusing to some.
Probably because he's the only one not brainwashed by your cult to believe that he's completely emotionless. People view the revolution of DDD. There are people who like believe that the idea that nobody grow their own heart is a retcon.
Yeah.
But you see this shit like, no, it's kind of very obvious that Roxas, by the end of the story, literally had a heart. Axel actively calls him out on it too, like, you know, you keep talking like you actually have emotions.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the frustrating part. It's not a retcon. They hinted at it enough. It's blatantly obvious that the reason that the nobodies believe that they won't grow their hearts back is because they're literally listening to a fucking cult leader. Like, tell me, does the whole everyone dressing the exact same, like throwing away their emotions, completely like giving up their past by changing their names and stuff like that, doesn't that all seem like a cult?
I don't know.
Like their goal is to use Kingdom Hearts to ascend to having actual hearts. Motherfucker, this is literally some Heaven's Gate shit. Like, actually look it up. The members of Heaven's Gate, right before they were all about to commit suicide, they were all dressed the same. They had the same haircut. They cut off their own dicks for some reason. They all ordered and eat the same thing, and then they killed themselves.
Right. So,
by the way, glide in this game makes you go so much faster than you'd imagine. I say that because I decided to try out my 358 copy on my 3DS because, you know, I'm about to hack it, so I've been messing with it. Yeah. And I decided to check out where I am in like where I am with this game, right? Yeah. And it's legitimately faster to like do a short hop and then glide everywhere. Like you don't need to walk, is what I'm saying.
Huh.
It's kind of funny. The glide is so much faster than walking, running, or dodge rolling. Sweet. Kira. And Dodgeball 3. Lies.
Hey. So I was recently looking through at our stats, as I do, and I had a realization that they're literally the only new game this channel has had this year is Splatoon 3.
To be fair, we're probably going to be finishing it soon.
Yeah. Well, there's still the DLC.
That's true.
And, but like DLC, I imagine those things would go shorter because it's a roguelike. And yeah. And I'll probably have a third game after once we start the DLC.
Wasn't the next game we were going to be doing Pokemon?
Which Pokemon?
Violet.
I don't have Violet.
Oh, you said you did.
I don't. Not yet. Well, good. I will. Good. Okay. 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 Anyways. Yeah. I don't know.
Princess Gear's probably the next goal because it's like.
Yeah.
Not a fan of Gear. Basically, I'm saying that the next goal is to get a Keyblade with 5 Link. Because this one only has 4, whatever.
Oh yeah, it turns out Paramount is being bought out by Skydance after all. They reached a deal.
Yeah.
$8 billion closing next year. This will not end well. There was something else and I'm forgetting. Oh. I saw this GameStop. The Xbox Series S toaster.
Huh.
You've heard of the Series S fridge, now get ready for the Series S toaster. And I also put a level 1 Metapod up for trading in the Pokemon Home app. And someone gave me a level 73, whatever this is, in exchange. I don't know the name of this fridge.
Ludico?
Yeah, that one. Level 73, and they got a level 1 Metapod in return. I don't know how to feel. Ugh. I don't know. Stuff.
I don't know why. The heat usually makes me tired.
Yeah. Well. What else? I don't know. Writing it sucks.
That's obvious.
They like NFTs.
God damn it. Oh no. No, 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 no.
Have fun.
Can't do that mission when I'm half asleep.
Oh yeah, Ruby was sold off to a company called Viz Media. I don't know. Which is like some manga distributor.
Yeah, they're the ones who distribute most of the Shonen Jump stuff here.
Yeah. And I remember someone in the server asked, is Ruby even that popular to be bought out by a competent studio?
You know, the thing here is,
And someone responded,
you think like Viz is competent? They're still calling Zoro Zolo.
So someone responded to that. Okay. How to describe Ruby? Okay, imagine Danganronpa writing, but multiply it by 25. And then add a dose of live-action Disney movies. Make it 10 times worse. And then add the community has control. It's popular, but it's such a mess. Is that accurate?
Honestly, I wouldn't say that.
Because my sister tells me it's weird. But the one thing I know about Ruby that sticks out to me is that the NSFW Ruby subreddit has more members than the actual Ruby subreddit.
That is correct.
Funny. But yeah. So does this mean Ruby will finally get good?
Okay, the issue of what you're saying here is that there's a wide range of what people would consider good, and Ruby, I fear, has one issue that most people will never be able to get around.
What? It's animated in VR chat.
No.
Okay.
When it comes to the writing, especially in the modern day with Ruby, there are a few issues that Ruby has. One, its original creator died.
I know that.
And a lot of the fandom basically glorifies him like he's the God King. Two, the way that that same creator wrote it basically put them in a fucking place where, like, no matter what, people would criticize them.
Of course.
Because one of the major issues that this series has is character bloat. There's way too many fucking characters in this franchise. The thing about that is, the way that the creator worked is that he would literally create new characters, or, like, if he doesn't, he'd reuse characters, animate fight scenes,
and then write the story based around the fight scenes.
And then have the other writers write the story around like, fitting in these fight scenes. So, what happens when the guy basically deciding how the story's gonna head dies? And not just dies, he dies in the 3rd volume of a 9-season series. Well, you kind of have to pick and choose what he already planned out, and you're going to have to, like, start making changes.
Yeah.
So, the very first 2 volumes after Volume 3, people called dull and boring. Presumably because, quite literally, they were trying to find their footing after the fact. And also, they were mostly just kind of trying to hit their... They were literally trying to find a point in the story that they can actually work with.
Yeah.
Which is why volumes 4, 5, and 6 like are kind of a fucking mess. I say 4 and 5 are the boring ones because people don't call 6 boring. They call it a mess.
Yeah.
7, 8, and 9 are different beasts entirely. 7 and 8 are when a lot of the writing decisions start to actively piss people off. Because that's when they started to really lean in on the idea that the main characters are always right and never wrong, and if anyone says otherwise, then they're in the wrong. Which is a terrible way to write a story, by the way.
Yeah.
And it led to a lot of people sympathizing with a character who, originally being a hero, got made into a bad guy because he's a military person, and you know, a lot of people are of the opinion that all cops and all military people are bad.
Yeah.
And this is a very much progressive show, you know what I mean?
Get it.
Then 9 happened. 9 is contentious for a few reasons. Some people call it filler. Other people call it the best this series has had since Volume 3. And probably the reason that so many people like it, and also why a lot of people call it filler, is because it basically has very little connections to the actual main plot. The issue comes in with the fact that the main plot fucking sucks. So, of course, the people who are so sick and tired of the main plot love this series, and the people who want the main plot to move forward so that they can just get done with this show are of the opinion that this was a waste of time. And it was especially looking like their arguments had some validity because the series was basically canceled for a second there.
Yeah. But not anymore. We're back.
So yeah, that whole filler thing is kind of a moot point because, well, the very end we did find out what the connection to the main story is. And that is that the supposed gods of their world actually come from this world. So, now we know that there was actual ways that they could actually probably solve that issue. But, like, it doesn't help that the main characters themselves are contentious. Because, if you ask anyone who's been a fan of this franchise, they're going to give you like 2 answers as to who the main characters of this franchise are.
Ruby.
You're either going to get the answer of Team Ruby by the people who are actually very pissed off at the way that this is written, And the other answer you're probably going to be getting is Team Ruby, Team Juniper, Oscar, and Emerald. By the people who actually fucking pay attention to what's going on in the story. Because even back in Volume 1, Team Ruby weren't the only main characters. There was another team, their sister team, Team Juniper. Team Juniper is very contentious for a few reasons. Let's get the most obvious one out of the way, and the actual reason why people hate certain characters in this team. This team has 2 boys.
Yeah.
And while people won't shit on Ren because he comes like automatically with his own love interest, Nora, another member of Team Juniper.
Yeah.
Jean is not only like a legitimate main character, but he's probably also the best written character. And not just that, his main love interest from the first 3 seasons is dead. So he has an actual chance of being a legitimate love interest for these characters. This is a major issue for people who are into this series explicitly just because they want Yuri. Disregarding the fact that 2 of these main characters have shown 0 romantic interest towards each other, but it's still somehow one of the most popular ships in the series.
Because of course.
Yeah.
That's how shipping works.
Like, I will give you, Bumblebee did actually have some hints towards it. White Rose has literally no hints to it, and it is continuously being shut down because the obvious route they're going to be going is White Knight. Basically,
I don't understand that.
In Team Ruby, there's 4 characters.
I know that.
Ruby, Weiss, Blake, and Yang. Blake and Yang, originally, like, Blake had another love interest, but he kind of got written out of the show during Volume 5, presumably because Bumblebee was a lot more popular, and even though they claimed that they were playing with that from the start, they clearly weren't since they built the setup so much. Yang never originally had a love interest, so of course Blake and Yang became basically the main couple that they were going to be building up. But they never actually bothered building it up. Instead, they just kind of waited. They just kept it off in the background until they finally decided to confirm it in Volume 9.
Yeah.
The most recent season. Also, it was also like confirmed in one of the weirdest fucking ways possible. Let's just say they were forced into confessing.
Weird.
Yeah. But of course, because people were literally shipping these characters from the get-go, and when I say the get-go, I don't mean episode 1, I mean literally the trailers that revealed the characters.
That's fun.
So, like, all 4 characters were already being shipped together, to the point where Enabler, Ruby and Yang, was fairly popular, even though literally the end of the trailer, like, has Ruby call her a sister. So, because Blake and Yang immediately kind of, like, got linked up together as love interests on the basis that black and yellow is a good color combination, and also their partners, Ruby, of course, got shipped with her partner, Weiss. And this is actually one of the things that people don't like about Jean. Jean gets introduced, and he gets a crush on Weiss immediately. People will blow this out of proportion, because he asked her out multiple times.
Yeah.
But when I say multiple times, I mean he asked her out twice, and then on the 3rd attempt, he backs off because he realizes she has a crush on somebody else.
Yeah.
People literally blow this up and to say that he was harassing her the entire time they were at school together.
Yeah.
Up until that point. And even then, some people will claim that he still did it afterwards. He very much did not. People are blowing shit up out of proportion and are lying.
So you're surprised at that?
Yeah, no. But here's the thing. White Knight, which is the ship of Jean and Weiss, got destroyed essentially in the first 2 volumes. It got set up in the first volume because Jean had a crush, then Weiss like essentially shut him down, like in a way that basically said, no, this isn't gonna happen. Then he started actually paying attention to his main love interest for for those first 3 seasons, Pyrrha, his partner. Then Pyrrha dies.
Awesome.
And a lot of people are like, this is another reason why people hate Jean. People claim that like Pyrrha died for his man pain, completely ignoring the fact that Pyrrha has no actual character outside of her crush on Jean. So literally, she was built up as the ultimate fighter, like the best of. She basically had so many goddamn red flags. People should have seen the fact that she was gonna die coming. Like, she's literally the best of the best. How are they gonna stir up trauma? Of fucking course they're gonna kill her off. So, then the next few volumes, Jean gets to grieve, and people say that Ruby should have gotten to grieve because she's the one that actually saw Pyrrha die. Even though Ruby and Pyrrha didn't interact at all throughout this franchise beforehand, like before before Pyrrha's death, and Jean is the one with the actual emotional connection here. So of course he's the one that gets to grieve. Then in volume 5, Jean gets to attack the person who killed her, but he fails. And in retaliation, the murderer quite literally attacks Weiss and almost kills her. This unlocks his special ability, which is called Semblance, which allows him to heal her. And that's when basically people started to notice there's a bit of a shift here. In the first 2 volumes, like I mentioned, it was dismissive. Then the next few volumes kind of ignored it entirely. Then he healed her. And after that, you start seeing them actually hanging out together. Like, they'll go to the movies together with Oscar and stuff like that. Before Volume 9 basically cemented that, yeah, this is probably the route they're going to be going. Yeah. When it's shown that Weiss is actively attracted to Jean in Volume 9, after he gets aged up via time travel shenanigans that he eventually gets aged down from. Ignore the age shift. Arrested Development doesn't work here. He literally has the mentality of a 19-year-old still. But like, people are annoyed by that. The White Rose shippers are realizing that they're failing. The White Knight shippers are essentially gearing up en masse, and it doesn't help that Weiss's voice actress is a White Knight shipper herself. Meanwhile, there are a bunch of people who want things to go back to the way they were in the original 3 volumes. Basically saying they want to throw away all the characterization they've already built up. And then there are people who want the characterization to continue going because they want to actually finish this series. And then there are the people who want to finish the series, but they want to throw away what current developments have been going on with their characters because they want their ship to go forward. White Rose shippers?
Yeah, I think we did.
So basically, no matter what, no one is going to be totally happy with what's going to happen. I'm of the opinion that they should just ignore the fandom and just keep going with what they were already planning. Because the series has been going on for 9 seasons, rebooting it is a fucking terrible decision. Just fucking finish it. We're not that far off. We're literally at the last country that they could visit. And the main characters are basically like reached the point where it's make or break. You kind of have to finish it now. There's only like maybe 2 or 3 volumes max content that they can work with after this.
Alright.
So that is my long-winded rant on the state of Ruby.
It's a show.
Oh god, what the fuck?
Stop dying.
Wish I could.
Alright. Alright. So what now?
I'm going to try not to die. Okay, this one's probably going to be the one that I do last. Second to last. We can do this one right now.
Hey. So,
I can actually go on my opinion on every Ruby character if
No.
like we're running out of shit to talk about.
I know nothing about Ruby. Apart from the porn subreddit thing. And
Wait, your sister knows about Ruby, and I actually want to know what her opinion of the series is.
she says it's a mess.
It is a mess.
She says it's something.
Yeah.
You know what?
Where the hell is Zero?
Hello? Hello? Bill, you awake? Hello. Hi. What's your opinion on Ruby? What's your opinion on Ruby? Hi.
Can she even hear you?
Lily. What is your opinion on Ruby? Okay, cool. Bye. Well, that's our opinion on Ruby.
It is in fact something.
Also, Ruby's in place Blue Cross Tag Battle.
Yeah, that's probably not the last one.
What do you mean?
If you don't know, because it was owned by Warner Brothers,
Yeah.
a bunch of shit's going down when it comes to the Ruby IP.
Yeah.
A lot of the soundtracks are gone now.
I think they're gonna relist them with a new publisher.
Well,
The soundtracks, I mean.
yeah.
I know it's taking off Crunchyroll. So now what? Who knows? I mean, they stopped updating that game ages ago, so.
Kind of funny that I think the last DLC character was Neo.
Yeah. They actually tried, because back when they were splitting, like, they had 40 characters at launch. 20 were in the base game, and the other 20 were paid DLC, day one. And they tried to sell half of Team Ruby as paid DLC.
Yeah.
Everyone was pissed, so they just made them free.
By the way, like, here's a sign of like just how popular certain characters are. Neo, at the time of that DLC, hadn't had any actual like importance to the story in a while. Like, I don't even remember if she returned to the story just yet at that point. She was basically the main villain of Volume 9 though. That and another character who essentially took her body, like, by the end of it. They both failed.
Yeah.
But, like, quite literally just a character who... like, a character who, at the time, was essentially a minor villain, ended up, like, essentially getting into that game before, like, anyone from Team Juniper who were actual main characters.
Also,
that's not even an insult. Like, they're legitimately main characters, and people like still don't like it. Like, one of the main complaints about Jean is that he is a self-insert for like one of the main writers.
Yeah.
Even though that same main writer only voices him, doesn't write for him, and in fact didn't even come up with him. That he was basically a creation of the original creator. And that's also the fact that a lot of people give that writer shit for that, even though there are other characters in that same series that have a better claim for being called self-inserts. Yang, for instance, is quite literally just essentially her voice actress.
Yeah.
And Ren, the other boy in Team Juniper, was literally voiced by the creator of the series. So yeah, literally the self-insert.
Yeah.
In fact, when he died, he was replaced by his brother.
Alright.
So yeah, like, he's basically a character who ends up being the best writer, but also gets the most shit for no adequate reason other than he's a boy who gets in the way of lesbians.
Of course. Okay. Yeah, in terms of cursed. Wow, you're locked onto lock. Bam. That's a chest. Kaboom. Okay. So yeah, Ruby has a new home.
By the way, it's not to say like this is competent, because I don't know if it is. Mostly because, like I mentioned, they still call Zora Zolo, and they horribly mismanaged Homestuck.
I think.
Granted, I don't blame them for mismanaging Homestuck. I'm of the opinion that Andrew Hussey himself is a terrible writer, but I mean he put the people he put like the wrong people in charge.
Yeah.
And also he's way too fucking long-winded. I'm not even gonna lie.
I know literally nothing about Homestuck, and I prefer to keep it that way. Well, I think in terms of how will Viz Media handle Ruby, this is a wait-and-see approach.
Their hitboxes are so much more annoying in this game.
Because they're small.
Yeah.
So. Rip. Okay. Dead. Now's our chance. Run away. That's just terrorism.
Wait a minute.
Something with poop. Alright.
Those kids literally gave him the idea of, you know, terrorism works.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to like finding a new idea.
Oh, yeah. Here.
Okay, now you can do it.
Here it is. Agent Smith came out.
Agent Smith is of the opinion that Steven is a dangerous alien.
Yeah.
And he must be taken into custody for the U.S. government.
Yeah. All of his moves involve his gun. Almost. Which means he can shoot Steven Universe in the face. Repeatedly.
I have a feeling at least one person's going to say, but who hasn't wished to do so?
Good question. Oh man, I can't believe Agent Smith is gonna shoot Finn the Human in the face with a real gun. This is epic.
Okay, but let's not act like this is the most insane thing that's happened to Finn.
Well, I'd bring up another fighter, but like, I feel like they've been through enough that being shot by a gun is just another Tuesday for them.
Which one?
Well, let's see. Batman has been shot multiple times. Superman has been shot multiple times. The Joker is the Joker.
He should have been shot.
Tom and Jerry are immortal. Oh man, I can't believe he's gonna shoot a banana in the face like he fucking deserves for getting it up before Marceline. I'm still not over that.
Understandable.
But funny thing, this morning they held like a Discord stage, which if you don't know what that is, I don't either. But the person in charge had a mental blunder and accidentally said who was coming next. And it's Samurai Jack.
Fair enough. Now I wonder, when they say Jack, do they mean, like, which version of Jack do they mean? Do they mean classic Jack, or do they mean season 5 Jack?
If I had to guess, I'd say classic Jack as the default, and then season 5 was 10.
Maybe.
Maybe. Oh man, I can't believe Samurai Jack's gonna fight against, who's the character? Tom and Jerry. This is epic. Samurai Jack is the first fighter to come from Punch Time Explosion. And if you guys kids don't know what Punch Time Explosion is,
Think multiverse with Captain Planet.
yeah. You see, that's what the game needs. Captain Planet.
Ted Turner will say that.
Yeah. Is Ted Turner dead?
I think so.
Captain... It's like Cartoon Network, One Time Explosion is a game.
It is in fact a game.
It's not good. Holy shit, he's still alive. Ted Turner's still alive.
Why am I not shocked, actually?
I don't know. Okay. Well. But I remember Ruby was data mined in there, and now they've sold it off, so...
People are talking about like how there's a heavy chance that it's not gonna, that they're cutting around to the game pieces of it.
Probably. Or they arrange a deal with Viz Media to keep her in the game. And technically be a third party. We'll see. Oh man, I can't believe Ruby's gonna be shot in the face by Agent Smith. This is epic. I feel like Ruby's been shot in the face before.
I'm trying to remember. I think so, yeah. Not in the face directly, but she's been shot at.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Well. What else? So yeah. So. Well.
Oh boy, not a good sign. It's only like an hour and a half, and I'm already down to most of my water bottle being done.
Yeah. Alright. Can we stop feeding them hard farts for today?
Probably. Let's just get to a safe one. Also make sure that there's something changed. Okay.
Alright. What are you doing? Okay. Ow!